Hi, it's Laura at Aquamarine 18 Tarot and Books. Thanks for stopping by my channel today. Welcome. I am here with the final installment of Top Tarot Trumps, the tag that keeps on giving by my friend of TarotTube, Masha, over at Musings by Masha. It is a little bit bittersweet to be at the end, to be at the world card. I have been having fun VRing to this tag for months, for what seems like a very long time. I feel like I will miss it when this video is out there in the world and Top Tarot Trumps is over. I know that there will always be more tarot conversations to be had, but I have really enjoyed participating in this tag over the course of the year, and I am really happy to have had the invitation to think through what my top tarot trumps are for each of the cards, as well as to get to see and enjoy the different cards that other folks have shared who are also participating. And I'm really glad, I didn't think about it like this when I first started, but I'm glad now at the end that I have a playlist on my channel comprised of these videos sharing my top favorite at the time of filming iterations of all of these major arcana cards, because I feel like it's something that I will look back on and that feels like a really nice encapsulation of some of my thoughts about each of these cards, about my collection. I'm really glad. So thank you very much to Masha for starting this. I really appreciate it. It has been wonderful. So the world card. I have chosen 5 to share with you. I think of the world card as a culmination. I think of the world card as a return, in a way, as the beginning of a new cycle, as a kind of completeness. And the world card has been my card of the year for 2024, which is when I've been, of course, filming all of these videos. And I've been sitting with the world card for all of these months. And it has been really interesting to learn from and with this particular card. And it has taken me in all different kinds of directions in terms of thinking about the universe and my relationship with the universe, and thinking about ecology, and thinking about my environment, and thinking about kind of big picture thinking and what that means, and thinking about futurity, and thinking about this kind of aspirational kind of qualities of the world card. My thoughts have gone all over the place, as they do when you sit with one card on your reading table for a year, right? I drew the world card as my card of the year. This was not a numerical calculation situation. It was the card that I drew. And when I drew it, it felt like it was right. And it was. So I'm sure I'll have more to say on that in another video. Here I'm to share some favorite iterations of this particular card. And I'll start with the one that I have sitting on my reading table, that has been on my reading table all year. I've had it, my reading table is just here. I've had it sitting in one of these card holders by Havana of Sparkle Divine Tarot. Makes these beautiful holders. I have a few of them here, a long one and that holds a few cards, and then I have a few of these single ones. And I've had my world card there all year. And the one that I've had there is The World from the Mindscapes Tarot by John Rice. This is a majors only deck which I understand to be going mass market in a full 78 card version, which I will be very curious to see what that is like. I really like this depiction of the world card. I feel like it captures the earth, sea, and sky in a really beautiful way. You know, different realms there. And I just think it's beautiful. I just think it's beautiful. I think this deck is beautiful. So that's the world card that I've been sitting with. Another world card that I quite enjoy is the world from the Luminous Void tarot. And here you can see it's the earth with a bunch of faces going around the outside of the earth there. And the faces, you know, come in all different colors and all different hairstyles and all different expressions. And this is a world of everyone. And this is a world of everyone that is deeply and profoundly interconnected. And I think that it's really sweet in some ways. I think it suits the deck very, very well. I think that this is a world card that is hopeful. And I like it very much. So that's the Luminous Void Tarot. Next, I have the world card from the Anima Mundi Tarot. This is one of the indie tarot decks that I've had the longest. Not the longest, but it's up there. I've had the Anima Mundi Tarot for a very long time. And this is a pip-ish, fancy pips style deck. A lot of it features animals. Most of the cards actually have animals. But I really like in this deck, of course I like the animals. I like all the cards in this deck. But I really like these handful of cards in this deck that are more scenic and are more focused on a landscape. I know that I showed the moon card from this deck earlier on in this series. Just this very simple, full, beautiful moon illuminating the water below it. It's just simple and beautiful, And this jungle for the world, I feel, is the same. I love that it is a kind of jungle scene. It makes me think of the incredible, biodiversity that is found in these kinds of landscapes. And when I think of the world, I think of the earth. I think of the solar system and the universe, but I think of the earth. And this is just a beautiful painting of a beautiful scene. And it feels really lush and really fertile and beautiful. Beautiful. I love this world card. I also love, for similar reasons, the world card from the Majestic Earth Tarot. And this is, of course, a deck that is comprised of paintings, like pre-existing paintings. I love the frame that the greenery in this card creates. And And there's a kind of bit of a waterfall back there, mountains. It makes me think of the kind of wreath in the world card in the Smith weight. It's like a nice nod to that without reproducing it in any, really direct way. Again, it feels very lush and very abundant. Very abundant. And the keywords that the creator chose for this world card are rejoicing, oneness, integration, and cosmos. And we know that I am not a keyword person. I don't read with many decks that have keywords, and generally speaking, including with this deck, I aspire to just ignore them. Or I don't aspire to ignore them. I mostly just do ignore them. I can find them distracting. But I can find them interesting food for thought as well. Especially in an exercise like this, like Top Tarot Trumps, And integration is an interesting one for the world. In terms of a coming together, I think it is Rachel Pollack in 78 Degrees of Wisdom who talks about there being a kind of separation that happens at the point in the major arcana where the Fool begins a journey, and there's this magician high priestess dichotomy, and there's kind of a few other kind of not quite binaries necessarily, but certainly divisions between cards going forward from there, if one wants to think about the major arcana in that way. And so integration as a coming together, a bringing back together, a healing from division, a moving beyond binaristic thinking, if one wants to put it that way. Integration is an interesting one for the world. And cosmos. Cosmos beyond just the earth, the cosmos as the world. I like that too. So I like that beautiful world card from Majestic Earth. And finally, the card that I will end on, ending Top Tarot Trumps after all these months. The last card that I will share as an absolute favorite world card that I just think is really, really beautiful. That is the Mother Earth card from the Landback Tarot and Oracle of Colonization by Auntie Kay's Tarot. I like that this card has the elemental aspects in the four corners. I like the naming of the world card as Mother Earth. I do like that. I like Mother Earth as a naming. And I love especially the beautiful turtle island in the center. And I don't know if you'll be able to see it on camera here, but there is, in blue, like lakes, there's a heart, the turtle's heart. And I just think in this deck, this is just the absolutely perfect world card. And this world card, I think, to me, it brings that, the elemental symbolism, which for me is also, as a druid, depictions of the four elements together is also for me, and necessarily a depiction of seasonality, and the four seasons, and that kind of cyclical aspect that the world card is yes, often given keywords like completion or attainment. You know, it's the last card in the major arcana, but also, you know, we live in cycles, right? It's not the end. It's like it could be a card of completion and attainment without being an end. And so I like that kind of what to me feels like a very seasonal, cyclical feel with all of these circles, with of course Turtle Island at the center. So those are my favorite top tarot trumps world cards. The Mindscapes Tarot by John Rice, the Luminous Void Tarot, the Anima Mundi Tarot with the beautiful jungle, the Majestic Earth Tarot, and finally, beautiful Turtle Island here in the Landback Tarot and Oracle of Colonization as my top world cards. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for sticking with me. Especially thank you for sticking with me if you have for the entire Top Tarot Trumps series. Thank you again so much to Masha for, you know, inviting us to participate in this, and thank you to TarotTube friends who have been also participating, whose videos I have gotten to enjoy, you know, pretty much all year as we've gone through this Top Tarot Trumps journey together. I've had a lot of fun. I will see you all again soon.